So let me say that I logged in and I was on my home tab, which I think is just, trying to remember which one pops up first. I think it's that one that pops up first. I'm not positive. Yeah, I think it's that one. Anyway, my thing is there's a couple ways to get to what we're looking for, and one is to go to home, and this is the way that they would do it in the instructions, is you would go to home and you would look for, actually this is a little different because I clicked on something else already. Let me close out of this and open it back up. So if you start here, going to home, page apps, there we go, and then you would go to sales and distribution, and there's your maintain business partner. It does scroll down too because there's a lot, and that's what concerns me, is that a student sent me an image and it didn't have this. It didn't have as many items, but I'm logged in as a student right now, so it should be this way. So that has me concerned. But if that doesn't come that way, you can go over here to sales and distribution, and you can look for it in here as well.
Why didn't he just go to the search bar and type it in?
Hey, girl.
Hey, Professor. Hey, Professor.
Okay, I know you're a student, but I don't know why theirs doesn't say, he's a presenter. Really, you?
They couldn't find anyone.
And yours just says student. I don't trust that. I want something official.
They didn't give me it, and I'm a little upset. I filed a complaint.
Doesn't he look like a used car salesman?
Yes.
No, they don't wear that nice
weird
shoes.
cousins.
Yeah, come on, these are genuine leather.
Yeah,
Shit.
they gotta wear those fake leather,
Yeah.
the pleather shoes.
We won't be here today.
Sorry.
All three of you?
Yeah.
Steven's not even in this class.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, no.
So he's not gonna be here either?
No,
You
unfortunately.
sure you don't wanna stay? It might be better.
I sincerely doubt that.
I'm
We're having lunch with a Hall of Fame rocker, so.
I'll be honest. I
Who?
wasn't gonna-
Who's the Hall of Fame rocker?
Oh God, what's her last name?
It's not rocker. It's R&B.
Yeah,
R&B,
she's
sorry,
R&B.
R&B.
Martha Reeves.
Okay.
Great. Anyway, we won't be here.
You don't even know who she is. How do you know she's great?
Bro,
Yeah.
tell me something
She's
like lessons.
insane.
She sang
No,
for us.
Professor,
She
get this.
found-
Every single morning she wakes up and she jumps on a trampoline. I'm buying a trampoline for my room now. Swear to God.
She
great.
she found Stevie Wonder basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which is who I'm named after.
Okay.
Are you?
No.
Anyway,
I'm David, son of Mary.
Oh.
with your
nice.
Norwegian hammock. Anyway,
It's a sick hammock though.
It's just it's in a mock.
what are we missing today?
Watch the video.
That it?
Yeah,
Maddie won't be here
that
either.
might do it.
By the way.
Video
That might do it.
So us three plus Maddie won't be here, just to let you know.
and Petro.
Why is it
Oh.
that a student has a tie, a nice tie clip, and then a presenter doesn't?
You know, we were told
Well,
business
it's-
casual. So.
Actually, I'm wearing a tux tomorrow. I'll show you some pictures. For
Are
some
you
extra
really?
credit.
That's kind of optional today.
It's pretty sick. I got a pink tie for it and everything. So
Get out of here! You guys are too close to me.
Can I get a hug before I take off?
No.
Can I get a hug at least?
I get this
Group
one.
hug? Question mark?
Nice.
All right. I'll see
Should
you
I
in
get
class
a
next week.
hug? No, that's not it either. You do this
Hey,
and
Jordan,
then you do this and
that's snail.
snail. Yeah.
What about this one? Park the car.
Oh my God. I didn't tell.
Get
Wait,
out of
wait,
here.
can I do one more?
No.
Bye,
I have a whole fist bump.
I'm losing like IQ points as I talk.
I hear that all the time.
That's okay. When you stay with them, you do a lot more. Bye, see you all win.
Have a good one, guys. They're representing the school.
It's funny because he came up to you and he was like, "Hey, girl."
I wouldn't have anyone else represent this school than them three guys.
That's true.
If I had to pick three people, they're the top one.
I would remember it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steven? 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I would remember it. That's the thing. So anyway, what I was showing in class, before class started here, and it's still before class started, I'll wait until class starts, because we know how people get here on time.
No, they don't.
I know, that's my point.
Just saying.
You know,
I gotta go to bed. I gotta go talk to you.
I never comment on stuff, and I'm going to comment on it.
Please do.
Your hair.
It's beautiful.
That's my point,
Yes.
okay? it takes skill to make messy hair look that good.
Thank you.
Saying.
He woke up like that, though. He
And
didn't
it
have
takes
to-
a lot of product too.
Yeah.
Now, question is are you using a pomade or are you using just a gel? What are you using? Yeah.
Stanford, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what I'm doing wrong signing into this computer.
We'll find out. Oh, that computer?
Yeah.
I tried a different computer.
Just open it.
Not SAP. The computer.
Not the computer itself.
Problem exists between the keyboard and chair.
I mean, probably. It's probably all the pomade, it's just.
Get into it.
Don't headbutt the computer. You'll cause a lot of holes.
Yeah.
Damn, not really alone.
Sorry, Drew. It's not you, it's you.
Thank you. I appreciate the sarcasm.
Oh, I got this stupid chair, too. Nope.
It's the chair that's stupid.
It's got no armrests. Who makes a chair with no armrests like that?
Word for it.
I'm a mean person.
I better not.
We all appreciate it.
I was just saying before class here, we were talking and, you know, we had a complaint over here about a computer and it reminded me of a skit because he's like, this is so stupid. And there was a Saturday Night Live skit years ago and it was Nick Burns, the company computer guy, and these people were having problems in the office and the one's like, well, the stupid computer isn't, and he goes, it's the computer that's stupid, isn't it? Couldn't be you not good at it. And that was like, so when people say like, oh, this stupid chair, it's the chair that's stupid, isn't it?
It is.
It's not user error ever.
It has no armrests. That's not my problem.
So it's disabled and it's stupid?
I didn't say it was disabled. I just said it didn't have armrests.
Right. So
You brought that
So you're ignoring the disability of that chair. Nice.
It's functional, but it's not to me.
I'm just.
Yeah, it's a user error because he got it wrong on that computer as well.
I've been doing it
What?
the whole time.
He's
In
been
the
typing
heck?
it in wrong the whole time.
Did you get it right over here and now you
No, he
can go
wants to sit
back?
closer to me now. He knows he's typing it wrong. So he wants
Well, he's just using his personal computer instead? Why didn't he do that in the first place? Would have saved you a lot of work.
I prefer to do it.
Wait, now you know how to do it right, and you want to sit next to him.
Well,
When you moved, you said, I'm not moving because you are you, and you said, yes, I am.
I wanna sit in my original spot.
Yeah, see, he got rid of the chair without the armrest too.
Unlike Drew, just decides to move every other day.
I've been in this one the last 3 weeks now.
3 weeks might be a stretch.
2.
He found a home.
Yeah, I call you guys home.
Well, there's no need to go that far.
His comfort zone.
Yeah.
His comfort zone does not include me, I promise you that.
You sure? Maybe it does to him.
I hope not.
Maybe your comfort zone doesn't include him,
I
but
just give you my jacket and it's like, is that the same thing?
I couldn't wear a jacket.
the things that happen before people get here.
Alright.
It's like
Well, class did start 2 minutes ago technically.
It did, but it didn't.
I mean, half the class isn't going to be here anyway.
Well, I gave. This is a little more than. Is this a little more than half?
No. We're missing like 4 kids in the front row.
This might be
Like
the third.
3 here. 1, 2
Yeah.
probably more here. The 2 in the back.
Yeah, there's like 28 students or something.
Yeah,
There's
we're
like.
missing a lot.
This might be a
Oh,
third.
yeah, no, this is
Missing half
definitely
the
not
class.
Yeah, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9.
Well, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible because we missed Wednesday and they're missing today.
But everyone was supposed to do the assignment already at least.
It doesn't mean we're not doing something today.
No, but we got one thing to accomplish this.
You did tell those kids that you're gonna record a video. I mean adults, my bad.
The young.
They're kids to me.
Yeah.
To you, they're students,
Peers.
colleagues, peers. Yeah, no, unforeseen things happen in life, and the night before class, my wife goes to give our son a bath, and there was no hot water, so the hot water heater quit working, and
Just go get a new one or get it fixed.
I just got it fixed. I don't just buy a new one.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was that bad of a thing that you couldn't fix it.
No, I thought it was something even simpler than it was, though, and it wasn't, but, oh,
Fix it
man,
yourself?
no.
Oh.
Normally I would have, but
You can take cold showers.
I used to not care if the house blew up, but now I have a son in it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Is she leaving us?
No, she left her
I'll be
computer.
back.
Uh-oh. Well, no, not uh-oh, that looks like a bad thing happening. Welcome! I knew you would be here.
Eventually I show up, I promise.
We all do.
Hey, it's better than the other half of the class that's not here.
Better than Jordan,
Right.
who was already here but told him he wasn't.
Yeah, he's lying.
I'm watching you.
At least Jordan came and said it.
I don't know why, but I am. Yeah, right? He actually came and said, yeah, I'm leaving.
He could have just shot you an email and said, hey, I'm my computer, or not at all. He at least showed up.
A few students did send me an email. We had some family emergencies. I can't say anything about those, right? So, people saying, it's a family emergency today. Okay, no problem. I don't even want to know what it is, because if you tell me your grandma died again, I got a problem with that. Better off not lying to me.
Some people have more than one grandma.
Yeah.
I had 3.
I technically had 3, but only know 2 of them.
Yeah.
I got you.
So, you've got 2? Oh man, you missed out.
Yeah, that third one, that's where the magic happens, right?
Yeah, that's where all the gifts came from, right?
I do have a great aunt though who just turned 90. Oh,
How great is she?
pretty great. She lived on her own until she was 93.
Oh, yeah. Once I have to not live on my own, just put me on my own.
That's what I'm saying. Full plug.
Yeah, I don't want to go live in a
My
home.
washer and dryer is in the
I want to be put in a home.
Why, so you don't have to be someone else takes care of you?
Well, I don't want to make my kid go through it, number one, and my wife's 10 years younger than me, and I don't want,
That's what I'm saying,
That
just pull
either.
the plug on me.
just put me in a home.
Take me to the vet.
Just put me in a home.
Cheaper.
That's expensive.
It's cheaper than going to the hospital and getting it done probably.
I'll sign a piece of paper, you just take care of it.
Take me out back.
Yep. Take me out to the woods.
Bullets are expensive right now.
Take me to the.
It's worth it.
You don't need a bullet, just bag. Tight, tight.
Prop gun. I did see that.
Okay, so anyway,
It's so
yo,
weird.
everyone pay attention real quick.
Sorry, we're talking about alcohol.
There were multiple,
Oh my
Alec Baldwin?
goodness. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
he,
who he is.
He shot a prop gun.
that was supposed to be full of blanks, but
It's crazy.
Yeah, he killed-
it wasn't full
was-
of blanks.
He
It
killed
was
the director
blanks.
today
They
on
shrapnel
accident.
in the gun and shot it, I guess.
Oh,
That's what I
really?
read, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just Googling who he is, because I'm
Which
like,
I didn't know
oh,
was the
interesting
thing.
you.
He killed the director on accident.
And
The
injured
director of
another one.
photography and injured another person.
They said he went into the office,
I find that funny.
the police station, but they let him go. But the other director said that he wants charges filed, so.
Why? It's not his.
So this just happened?
Director was.
Like this morning or last
It
night.
was,
I
it
think-
Oh,
was yesterday.
I remember yesterday, I saw something about there being a huge accident and something happened in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And then, late last night, early this morning, the story came out.
Yeah.
It should be whoever loaded the gun's fault, right?
oh yeah,
I would
absolutely.
expect the prop director to take a fall for this one, not him.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't take it, yeah. It's not his
Baldwin didn't do
responsibility.
anything wrong.
Well, you can go to the whole concept of, are you responsible for maintaining your own vehicle? And if you are, is it the mechanic's fault that you ran someone over because your brakes weren't working? So now, how far does that argument go, right?
Yeah.
And you know that the lawsuits go to the money. So legal culpability as far as criminal culpability, that's going to end wherever the responsibility was, but actual lawsuits follow the money. Anyway, someone sent me an image, and I had posted in an announcement an image because somebody asked me a question and said, I don't see this maintained business partner. So I took you one way of finding it, and I said, hey, this is where you'll find this initial thing. But somebody sent me an image, and they had this same picture, but it didn't have this same layout. And that bothers me, because I'm logged in as a student right now. So if somebody has that pulled up and it doesn't look like that,
Then we're all
we have and we shouldn't be. Everyone's got the same business. It's the same exact thing. So that bothers me. But if that happened, there's a way of getting to things no matter what. And there are multiple menus and ways of getting there. So yes.
Can't you also just use the search tool at the top, and if you know what category you're looking for, you can search it too?
Yeah, you can search it that way. Someone said that they even tried the search and it didn't work.
Oh.
And so if you go to the home, you can go through and you can find individual things. And if you look, they've got master data and all this stuff. But you don't see manage people, and that's because this is a shortcut menu, this part. But by going to a specific area, page apps for instance, now I can go to sales and distribution and see all of the things in there. But if I was just going if I was going in here and looking at this and not going to homepage apps, that's a problem. Okay, because these are most common used, favorites, different things like that. Okay, so you wouldn't see it here. You literally have to go to your homepage apps, then you have to go to materials management or sales and distribution, then you would select maintain business partner, etc. Okay? But the reason that it didn't show, I couldn't even begin to tell you. But I know that even going this way and changing what's under here, I see maintain business partner right there. So whatever the person did, I'm not sure how that happened. And whatever they have on their screen, I'm not sure why it's not showing the complete menu. I would understand maybe if you were doing something where you created a frequently used or a favorites list or anything like that. I can understand that. But aside from that, I don't understand what's going on for them. Someone else said something about another thing that they were having a problem with. Or it might have just been that one. Because I was asked twice and it was the same person. And the first time they asked, it was, I can't find this. And then the second one, they sent an image and it said, oh, well, it doesn't show in my menu. So I wanted to make sure I showed that. Okay. Things I wanted to say about this are all of the different functional areas of business that we hit in these exercises, right? If you think about the exercise that you were doing, maintaining business partners, is that really something that somebody creating a sale does? Or is it something that somebody in customer service might do? Yeah, most of the time it's going to be type of like a customer service if I'm maintaining business partners and stuff. Now, adding a business partner, is that the same as adding a customer? Now, that's where we start getting into the business process and we start getting into data dictionaries and stuff like that. Remember how we talked about databases and how they're created? Well, data dictionaries actually define every piece of data and say, well, a business partner is this, and this information is how this follows along. Do we have to have a business partner, or can I sell something to individual customers? Is there something for customers in this? And my thing is with SAP, the size of SAP, you got to remember SAP is designed for major corporations. And by major corporations, I'm saying like manufacturers of like 4 million plus a year in sales minimum. And they don't necessarily call them customers. They might call them clients. You might call the people that you're selling to and stuff clients, partners, different things like that. Well, SAP decided that they were going to call their customers business partners. Well, if I can change that stuff, that's one thing. Now, would a salesperson be able to create a new business partner is a question. And you would have to understand the process of the organization. And my point being is that as you're going through these exercises, recognize that these are different processes and stuff. Don't just assume that if I work in sales and distribution, that I'm going to be doing all of this. We don't know the actual process that each business follows that uses this software. Hello. So if we don't understand the process that they use, we don't understand what they consider things. We don't understand how they break those processes down and department-wise and everything else. That's why I want you to literally think about this as you do it, because it's important to think about the process and all of the functional areas of business that are included in there. How is it going to affect other things? One thing about business partners and changing relationships and all of this other stuff, you can literally create discounts and special rules for each individual business partner. Okay, if I have a client that I know orders $4 million worth of something from me a year, maybe I give that person a discounted rate, because of bulk pricing or something else. It has a way of putting all that in there, and there's advantages to that. The advantage is that it's not up to my salesperson to give a discount. It's not up to my salesperson to make a mistake and forget to give a discount, right? You don't just allow, you got to remember that as a business dealing in multi-millions of dollars, it would be easy for Brennan to be friends with, I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Drew. It could be easy, well, it might not be easy for you to be friends, but anyway, it could be easy for you to create a friendship or a mutual agreement where he gives you 10% off occasionally, and you treat him out to dinner and stuff, right? So there could be an agreement there, and theft could happen. Theft and loss and abuse and all that stuff. Being able to set all of this in motion automatically gets rid of some of that potential problem. It gets rid of those mistakes. It gets rid of those anomalies that get created by user error or purposeful deceit or what have you. So think about these things. Don't just blindly go through them, because there's value in the exercise. It's not just about following steps. If you just do the steps and you don't think about it at the end of class, you're going to be like, yeah, I did these stupid SAP exercises. Now, if you ever go work for a company that uses SAP or any ERP software, you'll be like, thank God I did those SAP exercises. I at least have a general understanding. It'll make training you easier, So, now, the one thing that this system did, it made things a lot easier than past. Okay? Because majority of times, people would create a sale, or they would create an inquiry, and then they would turn it into a quote. In our cases, instead of exercises, you would turn it into a quote, and then you would turn that quote into a sale, and then you would have to do the transportation and all this other stuff, and actually send it, ship it, and it was really easy to miss something, and it was hard sometimes to get back into the system to figure out where you could change something. It's a lot easier with this menu system, because if I know that I didn't have a pick quantity, I can click that and I can find the delivery and stuff like that. And I'm just going to hit go. Well, there's nothing there. I don't have the sales number. We'll see if I can find a ship to point even. We'll see. Yeah, so I could select and say, well, I was going to ship it here, there might be no sale, but I could actually search for records that are specifically to there. So let's say I know my sales order number or something of that nature, or who I was shipping it to, or what have you. I can find that transaction and I could see the actual picked count. Because you can't ship it if you haven't picked it off the shelf, right? So that's where the system comes in handy, is you can find things and you can easily change them and find your errors. You know, the whole, because this exercise they had you look at the document flow, right? They had you look at the document flow. And I have a buzz in my mouth. I don't know where that came from. I don't know. Maybe cat fur on my shirt or something. So that document flow would show you completed, cleared, different things like that. If something's not complete, like the shipping and distribution hasn't been completed, or transportation, why? Well, you have to pick it off the shelf to send it. So one of the things I would check is to see if I actually pulled it off the shelf to send it. Okay, so there's that. Now, all the other functional areas of business that this can hit, right? What else would this be able to do? What do you think all of the functional, what are all the advantages that you can think of just in sales and distribution from what we were dealing with? I mean, I'm maintaining business partners. We used to just call this basically CRM, right? Customer relationship management. This is where you'd be getting data to be able to track trends and everything else. So that's interesting. I wanted to pull up oh, why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. Sales and distribution case study is one of those things that you can pull up and you can do. And as you saw where I just got that, you'll see that link because I'm logged in as a student. You'd be able to find this, so I don't have to post all the documents. These we can go through and not just look at things, but actually create things. So we're going to create a new customer. We're going to create a contact person for the customer. We're going to create the business partner relationship, and we're going to create a customer inquiry. And remember how, like, on a couple lectures, I was like trying to make an inquiry, and it wasn't working? That's because this business has not been populated with customers. Very few transactions have been populated in this. So for this to work, I would actually create a new customer and everything else. One of the questions that was asked is, in the instructions it asks for a 3-digit number. It's not the 555, it is the 3 digits on the end of your user ID. So if your user ID is learn-026, like I'm using right now, the 3 digits is 026. And anywhere in these instructions that you see, I'm looking to see if it's in here. Anytime you see the hashtags, the 3 hashtags, that's the 3 numbers in your user ID. Okay? And that's important because if everybody actually ended up using the same number, like 555 for instance, counts would be way off. You'd be trying to sell something you wouldn't be able to. It would be chaos. We have to use those 3 digits that are associated with our user ID. Okay? This is our next assignment. So we did something where we can view. Now we're going to do something where we're creating. Okay? So again, the place to get it is when you're in here, you want to end up in sales and distribution. It doesn't matter if you go to home apps and sales and distribution. Do that. There's the curriculum. You get this. You search for sales and distribution, which you have to scroll up to get to. And we don't want the exercise, we want the case study. And you download that, and you can do that. These are longer. These are something you're going to probably want to do side by side with somebody, because it helps to have someone say, now in this, now you're going to type this in this field. It helps a lot. Because trying to go back and forth on your own, it's easy to get lost where you're at on a screen and instructions. Okay, so go through this and actually do this in class with the person next to you. And if you don't have someone directly next to you, move next to you. If you don't finish it today, it saves everything you're doing.
So
We'll finish it next class. Yeah. And people that aren't here are going to have to start this on their own. Okay. There's an advantage to coming to class in that you can work with somebody at that time. If you can't work with somebody, then you're going to have to do it on your own. Okay? Yeah.
Where did you put it exactly?
Oh, I didn't put it anywhere. It's in SAP.
Yeah.
It's in SAP. Okay?
Okay.
When you log in, you get a screen like this, right?
Yeah.
And you can go to home and home apps, and you can go to sales and distribution. It doesn't really matter which one of these you go to. When you get out here, there's curriculum and material. It takes you the exact same link.
Oh,
You
okay.
scroll up, you find the case study. We want to do the case study. What?
I was trying to follow along and got lost.
Fine, I'll do it again.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez.
No problem. I'm only doing this for you. If this was Breck, no, not doing it for him, okay? So anyway, if I go to home, an easy way to do it is homepage apps, pick that. If you want to, you can use this menu. It doesn't matter. If you want, you can go to a drop down here, go to sales and distribution, and there's the link,
All right.
okay? But instead of me putting all of the curriculum out there on Blackboard all the time, I'm just going to let you download it off of there. It's easier. That way you know where it's at. You look confused.
What
It's
case
easier
study
for me
are
on
you
Blackboard.
Oh, sales and distribution. When you go out here, you scroll up in sales and distribution, curriculum, sales and distribution, that case study. This one right here. Find it? Don't tell me no. She's telling me no.
I got my.
I'm assuming you don't get one to finish other thing first.
No, you can finish that later. You can finish that on your own time, I don't care. I just give her a hard time and tell her. That's the way I am. If you don't want to work alone, you can move, or you can have someone else move. If they're not moving, then you might want to move. Might want to make a new friend, I don't know. She's not going to make you a Facebook partner or a friend unless you pay for her bail money. So you don't necessarily want to. Oh my God. I'm not even walking back there. It reminded me when I was a kid. You know, you'd go to sit down and then someone would say, "Will you do this?" What's that?
I'm just letting you know, it doesn't, that app, it doesn't work on my iPhone.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
The one from the homework.
Oh, was that happening? That was you that was happening too?
Yeah.
But it works here.
It works here.
Okay, so there's a problem with iPad. I guess you can't do your homework on an iPad. There's a reason it's a tablet, not a computer. You know what though? When they made the Microsoft Surface, you would think that's actually a computer, but at first, it couldn't do like half of the stuff that a computer could do. They've changed that, and they've made it a lot more powerful. I'm actually thinking about getting the big one.
And it's not 30 minutes either.
Yeah, no. I definitely wouldn't use the iPad then. You can work with Brack. She won't even be here one day. I worked with Brack. I got sick of trying to make it work on my iPad. I worked with Brack. Eventually I'll put a link out there. Just so you know, anytime it has you view, pay attention real quick. Anytime it has you view like the document flow, take a screenshot of that document flow. Okay? Because that's what I'm really going to be interested in seeing, is that document flow as you go through. You better be communicating with these two yahoos.
I'm trying to figure out how to get there.
Get where? Oh my gosh. You just didn't want to ask me again.
I know, yeah.
Like Sanford, I was chatting. I was trying to make friends with people on Facebook because I don't have any other opportunity. No, that wasn't, you took that way wrong. You don't have an opportunity because you have so much homework and you have to pay attention in class. Yeah, you like that? So anyway, you go to home, homepage apps. That. It's right there. That takes you to the instruction set. You might be able to work with this gentleman. He doesn't have anyone working with him.
He's from Ohio as well, looks like. Where are you from? Nice.
See? He looks dangerous, doesn't he? How do you know from Ohio?
Because he's got an Ohio hat.
That's Ohio?
Yeah, is that right?
I hate to say it, but Ohio's not... Ohio only exists to get to Michigan. That's the only reason. You need gas stations in communities on your way to Michigan. That's why Ohio exists. But I do like the Cincinnati Bengals. I've always liked the Cincinnati Bengals. Always root for the underdog, the people that never win. Like, I won't root for the Lions because, who would?
I went to the Bengals Lions game this past week.
Did you? Was it good? Did the Bengals win?
Bengals
Handily.
destroyed them.
It was like...
That's pretty bad.
1-7.
But I heard the Bengals are actually doing pretty good right now.
Very good.
See, I used to follow them years ago with Esiason and Bosworth.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We play the Ravens this week. I don't know how they're going to do. It's going to be like... It'll be the true test, I guess, of the real team that we played besides the Packers.
All right then.
We should have beat the Packers too. That was a bad game. I was very sad watching that game.
I don't even know what the Lions' record is right now.
They have
0-6.
They're 0-6, 0-7.
0-6.
You know, the one year, they only had to lose one more game to get a good draft pick, and they decided to win. I would have just purposely lost to get a better draft pick, better round draft pick. But they couldn't do that. They couldn't eat that. They went out there and just, okay, we're going to show them this time. Yeah, no. You screwed the team up.
This year's funky with all of the shared draft picks and everything. That got moved around and stuff. There's a lot of teams that don't have first round picks this year because they're optioned to other teams. Like Miami's one of them. The Jets have a couple of picks, I think, this year. I don't think the Raiders have any this year.
The Lions probably don't.
I don't know about them. I saw a complete list a couple days ago because It's kind of funny with all the teams that were doing well and then not doing well.
Yeah.
That had options their picks away. Miami is one of the teams that everyone's making fun of because they're underperforming, and then their this year's first round pick is given to like Arizona or someone like that. So Arizona's going to get a really high pick this year.
And they're gonna be terrible still. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The only hope those teams have when they don't have picks is if you actually have a good player that just loved your team their entire life. So they're like, no, I'm waiting for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. What it's going to be with Burrow is that since he grew up in Athens, grew up like his Bengals and all that, he's come home, that he's going to stay here for at least the majority of his contract.
I'm trying to remember.
Contract, I guess. He's still on rookie.
Yeah.
They might pull it. I would hope they would pull like a Patrick Mahomes for like 10 plus years and an astronomical amount of money, but I don't know if Paul Brown would do it.
The problem is they have to be able to still get other players. And if you have no depth on your team to begin with, I hate those teams that have no depth and then they'll spend a fortune on one person. And they'll stick themselves for 10 years to a person, and you're putting yourself up to that salary cap and you can't get anyone else good.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna pan out. We haven't, knock on wood, we haven't been hit by bad injuries.
Yeah.
We've had pretty much everyone healthy. So the offensive line looks stupid.
How's Brady doing this year? Should he retire now?
Scary good.
God.
He had 5 touchdowns 2 weeks ago.
What do you want?
You said the screenshot, which
every
pages?
document.
Only process flows, but we just finished creating customers, so you don't want us to show.
Yeah, just do the flow. Just do the flow chart. The problem, like the thing is you can't get to the document flow. Your document flow will not show complete at the end unless you've already done everything else.
Oh. So you can't just cut ahead.
No, if you cut ahead, you will not be able to do certain things. Yeah. That's why I like the document flow is the most important part for me, because that makes grading easy. Because now I'm like, yeah, no, if you didn't make it this far, I know you didn't do it. So Brady's actually doing well.
I saw his first 150 games versus his last 150 games. There's a 1-win difference. And he has more wins in his last.
Because it does not exist or is not activated.
They just spend a lot of money protecting him.
I mean, that's what happens. It works.
Yeah.
He said in an interview, he said he's going to play until he can. Probably he said he could play into his 50s, he feels like, but.
Yeah, I saw
Wasn't
that.
like Montana one of the oldest ones, and then was he just trying to break Montana's record?
He's going for everything.
I don't know if he's going to try and break them, but he certainly can try. He said the only thing that's stopping him from playing like well into his 50s would be family, because he's missing out on a lot of stuff. Of course,
Well, the thing is he's missing out on it already. The longer you play, you're just missing out on it anyway. So why stop?
Yeah, why stop at that point? I think his kids go to school in Florida now too. So it's not like it's not as bad as it used to be when they were in New England and everything.
That's the careers never used to last as long as they do now.
It's because we got all these drugs.
No, it's not even the drugs. They changed the rules to
Everyone
make it. Yeah,
Nobody can get hit like a real man.
exactly.
It's all about protect the quarterback.
Protect the quarterback. Everything went to the air. There, like even the running games, we've made it so you can't hit people like you used to. It's like you might as well make it flag football.
I mean, to be fair, they were getting a lot of brain damage during that horrible.
They also got paid well for it.
They did get paid well. I'll give them that, but I don't know if being paralyzed is worth that type of money.
It's like putting gladiators in a ring. You're not allowed to hit each other.
Yeah, not really.
Start
It's-
name
it's
calling.
a score that's the,
And now you can't even name call.
I know, the taunting though is kind of dumb. I
The
thought it was
celebration in the end zone, I miss those.
I thought it was really funny. Rodgers, when he was playing the Bears this past week,
You just taunted
ran
the
in
fans.
for a touchdown and taunted the fans instead of the players and got away with it. He said, he basically was yelling into the stands, "I still own you."
I hate that man, it's too good.
You can taunt the fans, but not the players. That's just, I don't get it. No, you don't.
Trying to find this, click on the expand icon to the right and scan the address. The only one that's there is
Expand. What do we have? Okay, what's the icon? No, show me the What are we looking for? Click on the expand icon. And where's that supposed to be? Standard address. Okay, so go back to the other. Look for standard address.
Yeah.
Which we got.
Yep.
Got it. Did you already expand?
No, I forgot how to go back to edit mode for this.
There should be. Okay.
So we need to.
Maybe you don't need to expand it now? Maybe, did you already do it in the previous step? Because sometimes that happens too.
I had to do that in the previous stuff.
See, sometimes what happens is you do something and then the picture is after the instruction. So you may have already done it.
I'm right here, Jordan.
No, I haven't done this yet.
Can you find it?
Here, no.
Okay, so we need to be able to edit.
Go back to do
There's nothing on the left.
Where was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not there. There. Have you tried, because you're just creating this customer, right?
Yeah.
You might, oh, see, switch between display and changing. Up top. Menu. There you go. There you go. Now.
Yeah, don't have anything for standard access, standard address. That's for street address.
That's what I figured.
The instructions are just wrong.
At the right of standard address.
Okay, see, we already have.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's where it goes. Yeah. That's what I did.
Thank you.
Yep. I did not, in all honesty, I did not create these, obviously, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're all good. Quick question for you. So when we click on the forecasting tab,
Yep.
It says,
Relationship gathering.
you have to enter some info that we can't get to.
Partners general. Church engineer, what time will be this?
01.
So you click forecasting, did it change this menu?
so I click the arrow to go over to click on forecasting.
Mhm.
I'll click on it. It just brings it back to the previous page. So I have to click the arrow again.
Ah. It said that.
Boom.
That was coming up.
How do we do that?
Back in the
I don't know. I just clicked on something. This should be this one right here, but it's like custom type.
Yeah, they do that one.
Yeah, so what's it saying down here?
So on this, it told us to press enter, which we did, and then it said you should get an error message. And then after that, it says basically go to the forecast tab,
Yeah,
which,
but the forecast tab's not taking you anywhere. Unless that is the forecast tab, just different basic data 2, basic
But
data.
because it gives you actually what you're supposed to have.
Just have to.
Let me look at my screen, because I can't see that close. What menu is that under? What menu does that? Oh, wait, no, never mind. I can look in the instructions. What page is that?
6.
Okay, it's access addition.
Yeah, and then it's the forecasting tab, and it brings up the error after I got rid of that.
That's on page 6?
Yeah, it's just,
Oh, page 6, there we go. Is this the right one? Yeah, sales and distribution. This isn't the right page, is it?
I don't think we're on the same thing.
This is the sales and distribution case study.
No, that's not.
You made it through all this. Are you doing the right case study?
Because you said this one, and then this one, right?
No, sales and distribution.
I'm in sales and distribution. And this one.
Yeah, but there's multiples in there. Let me show you.
You clicked on the third one.
When you go here, you scroll up. Sales and distribution, download.
Okay, because
That's why you can't do certain
you
things
clicked on
because-
the third one, so I assumed that it was the third one. when
No, I
went in.
scrolled up and clicked on the third one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah.
It was the third one on the screen when you clicked it, so I just.
Yeah, it was the third one on the screen when I clicked it on what I had scrolled up.
Okay.
Or the other thing that you can do is right on the main screen, you click this, right, and then you still have to scroll. Sorry. That's why I wouldn't do it, because there was nothing to do it to. We will be doing that exercise, or that case. We will be doing that case eventually, but you'll have stuff that it's populated, so you'll be able to create a forecast. You can't do anything with it. I'm glad I came over here to look at it, because I couldn't read it on your screens. So I came over here to look at the document. I'm like, what
I
page?
figured it out rather than back home.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you might want to.
I just did. We're recording.
Oh.
There we go.
One nice thing about doing stuff in class is if you run into an error, we could talk about it, and someone else in class may have already made it past that, so they might have an understanding of what happened. I used to like the Washington team too.
Are you under control?
Are they ever going to select a new mascot?
It's after this season. Yeah, it's after this season, they haven't announced what it's gonna be.
I think I'm almost there. I'm like,
I was kind of annoyed that Cleveland had to change their name.
But I don't understand that. I
didn't either, and from what
the Chiefs don't.
No, the Chiefs don't, the Braves don't. The Braves had to get rid of they had to formally get rid of their chop that they do, but they still do it. They watched game 1 and 2 of the CS, and they're just going at it. I was down there 2 years ago when they literally everyone was doing it, and it was like
You can't control the people.
No, you can't. What are you gonna do? Fine everyone in their seats or whatever? For that sort of thing has been going on for who knows how many years,
Well,
and
that goes
it's
back-
not gonna go away.
Well, the thing is go by intent. What was the intent? Was there derogatory or any other type of intent in doing that?
No.
You know? I mean, with the